All right, race fans, we are live day 2 of the USA Nationals. Got the whole gang here. Puka's off gallivanting around somewhere. Kraus is still suspended from the podcast from Wasota. They won't even let him, even though it's not a Wasota track, he's not allowed to be here. But night number 1, good racing last night. Excellent car counts, right? What was there, 49 local late models? Yep. And 53, 54 on the World of Outlaw, which is stellar. You're talking over 100 late models. What stuck out to you guys last night on the local side of things?
On the local side, well, it's Cedar Lake and it's USA National weekend, so who do you expect in Victory Lane? The Double One Express and always a classic interview afterwards.
You know why he won? His car was faster.
Right, fair enough, yeah. I guess what stuck out to me was, like what he said, it's the old guys, right? The people that have been doing it here for a long time, they just always up front when the money's on the line. So, Daryl Nelson, Pat Dorr, the old guys are bringing her to the front.
He's calling Daryl Nelson, Pat Dorr old. All right, that's why Steve Larson didn't show up. I called him old at Hibbing. He was pissed at me. We still love Steve Larson. He's not here. We had a draft. I picked Daniel Bargender. I think he's here drinking beer but not racing. A little disappointed, right? I figured bartender should be racing, not drinking.
Bartender was selling beer.
That's kind of bullshit, right? He was my boy for this deal, but Daryl Nelson looked like he was going to have a shot at that deal. But how about Corbett? Corbett led the lion's share of that race, and he's been a competitive, solid racer, a front runner, but not a guy that wins a lot of races. That would have shocked the world last night for him to win night 1 at the USA Nationals. It would have been really, really cool, but he had a hell of a good run. He got third, right? He finished on the podium with a third-place finish. Mm-hmm. And I picked James Giassi. I think I'm jinxing everybody. He was literally my first-round pick. I think he had engine trouble. He went out there a couple different times, couldn't get to run. Hopefully the 11 is rolling tonight. So how about on the World of Outlaw side? Okay, see this shirt right here? Danger ass whooping coming Bobby Pierce shirt.
You guys know what's
They
coming
did not
now.
realize it was him getting his ass whooped. All right, it don't happen often. It don't happen often.
Everybody and anybody.
So the B1 Bomber, I was kind of chirping my boy Chonga here. B1 Bomber, home track, multiple-time track championship. Not once, but twice. B1 Bomber beat Bobby Pierce last night. Would have beat him 3 for 3 last night, but he broke. We won't use excuses, so he did beat him 2 out of 3.
Incidentally, I drafted Brent Larson in our draft, and you told me I was dumb for doing that. I said, hey, look, Brent Larson got a lot of laps around this place. He's going to be fast. Hey, just look out for the B1 Bomber.
He was good last night.
The B1 Bomber, he was bolted, and had it not been for a left rear, was a lower trailing arm?
Left rear lower arm broke. Yeah, he hit a hole, car kind of bounced around. You know who was good last night? As far as locals go, Dan Ebert.
Yeah.
In that new Rocket was fantastic. I think he got 6th, right?
Yep.
So, just outside the top 5. He was right there with Sheppy. They kind of were side by side the whole entire race. But keep an eye on that 60 tonight. That thing looked really good in the heat, really good in the feature. Could we see him possibly contending for a top 5 in the $100,000 to win show tomorrow night?
I think it's
anything's possible.
Anything's possible. But no, I think it's kind of a long shot. I just think that the competition here is really good. Not that I'm saying Dan Ebert's not a good driver, but
Always negative.
Dan, you should hear what he's saying about you.
But a driver that surprised me too. Last year Dustin Sorensen had a great run, and last night he didn't do a whole lot. And another driver that was horrible last night was Drake Troutman. I know that because I drafted him and he's on my team, and he had to use an emergency provisional to get into the race.
Absolutely. And the last 2 laps got really dicey, right? Because it looked like the race was pretty much over, right? It looked like it was a complete done deal. T-Mac was going to win, which he did. But then Garrett Smith broke a motor, and I was kind of chirping him a little bit. I'm like, why didn't you just pull off? But he blew a motor. That's what happened. He's not here tonight. Opening up a green-white checker deal. And Huddy tried to make the move, went around the outside. They clipped tires. Steering wheel came out of his hand. He loops in front of the whole pack running second. That kind of stung, right? I'm a Huddy guy.
I don't even know if I believe that story.
I didn't have him in my draft, but he thinks he just stepped on his wiener, but I don't know. The wheels were locked left. He pushed up. He spun out. Now, his boy Bobby Pierce did spin out. Okay, he did spin out in the first corner of the V-main last night. He's on the struggle bus. We'll see if he can turn things around. But let's shift gears really quick, and then we're gonna make some predictions.
The dogs are getting a little crazy over here.
This is the first time we've ever done the show with a live audience.
And we're at Cedar Lake, so we're hoping this kind of stays going. Service ain't always good.
Dog porn watchers over there,
we're gonna all kind of jump on, do a couple predictions, but I can't do a show right now without bringing up very good friend of the family, good friend of the show, good friend of like the Aho family, Jeff Tardy, passing away a couple days ago. Man, tragic. 49 years old. We'll talk more about that in the upcoming show, but not really 100% sure what happened. Definitely a medical deal. I heard a couple rumors, but I don't know. All I know is this: thoughts and prayers go out to the Tardy family. That's about as close as you can be for me to a family without being blood related. So that one really, really stung. So, just thinking about everybody. I know JR is going to be here tomorrow. Street stock related. Little Dream a couple days ago, right?
We have comments coming up.
Oh, we got. I saw Kent on there working me.
There is 7 women looking for the most eligible bachelor.
There he is. We got Bert right here. I don't have my bifocals on, so I can't quite see that. Maybe I can get Whitney over here to read this, but Keith Torville wins a Little Dream for the second year in a row. Winner DQ'd post race tech. Okay, I've heard a lot of different things. Something with the intake. That might have been cleared. Something with a crankshaft being the wrong part number. Right now, that's under appeal. I heard it's very, very possible and very likely that appeal process might be working in his favor. That DQ might get overturned, which, Josh is here. That's good for us, right? We picked him, so that 2 points would come in quite handy. So we're cheering for him here. He did not pick him, so Keith Tourville, Changa doesn't want you to get the win because he's sick of losing to us. So it's just how it is.
Keith Tourville, just for the record, I want them to give you the 30 grand, all right? You can have the 30 grand. I just don't want Aho to get the points. They should probably still give you last. No sticker, no trophy, but take the 30 grand. No points for this guy.
I see we got our boy Mac there. We got a shout out East Central Sports. He stopped in. We dropped the ball. We were supposed to go up and get the most
Aho
badass
couldn't get out of bed
golf
for a
cart.
change. Weird.
Yeah, I actually am not a morning person. I beat this guy out of bed. Mac, we didn't even get out of bed early enough, or he didn't, to go golfing today, so it's okay. We put it in relax mode, but you got to get over to East Central Sports to get a golf cart, pit bike, whatever it is. Shout out Brad Parsons, Soil and Ag Solutions, Fastlane Motorsports, Winning Edge Graphics for the banner they gave us. Thanks a lot to Robin over there, but let's jump into tonight, little pre-race. Couple guys went home. They did gain the other Corbett is here on the brother in the local side. Garrett Smith went home. Let's do picks first. I think we got a few people here that are going to do picks. So we'll do picks for who's going to win the local portion tonight. And then who do you think by the time the night's done tonight, because they're going to have heats and the dash, right? Pole dashes tonight.
Yep.
Who's going to be the front row for the World of Outlaws?
Okay.
So Bert?
Local pick, I'm going to go with X Factor at Jesse Glenn's. And then we're picking the front row.
Yep.
I'm going to go with T-Mac. And I go with Huddy and T-Mac on the front row.
Right here, a little 71 action.
All right. So, local late models, I'm going with my boy, Daryl Nelson, Hermantown Hammer. You were one spot away last night. Get her done for me tonight, all right, buddy? My boy, Bobby Pierce. He took a night off last night. What he does.
It was a testing night.
It don't happen often.
Okay, so Bobby Pierce, regular nights for show. He big shows for dough, all right? This is the 100,000 to win deal. Bobby Pierce is going to show up. He's going to be the man. And right alongside of him on the front row is going to be Superman because he's really good at this place.
All right, I'm going to make my pick. I'm going Nitro James Giassi. He's going to have a rebound. Hopefully they got that thing running last night. The car just did not run. He is extremely good here. The front row, not going to be Bobby Pierce. Sorry, okay? It's not. It's going to be the Rocket One of Brandon Shepard.
Ass whooping coming.
And Hudson O'Neill. That will be your front row after tonight. So we got Rain Man here. We got a few of the people from the Pick'ems group. They're going to make their predictions here as well. We got Curtis, two-time defending Pick'ems champion. Kind of slacking this year, though.
A little bit.
Yeah, kind
of.
A little bit. So what are your predictions?
So from the local side, a guy looking for some redemption. He's won races here before. It's been a couple of years, but I'm going to go with the 22 of Eder. A little bit because I maybe picked him in the Pick'ems. But he's due. He stepped on his you-know-what last night in the B-Main. I think he's due for a little bit of a comeback. And the front row for the World of Outlaws, I think, is going to be another guy who stepped on his you-know-what, O'Neill. And alongside of him is going to be 32. He's going to figure it out.
All right.
Yeah, you can't keep him down for long.
No, he's had 2 bad nights in a row. Remember, he stepped on it at Fairbury and last night. So 3 nights in a row, I just don't see that happening.
Nope, doesn't happen with him.
I don't see that.
Nope.
Bromance, thanks a lot, Curtis.
Yeah.
Bromance, come on up. Your predictions. We got Mike here. We're in his wedding. Gotta be honest. Curtis has been on our pick'ems now, what, 3 years?
3 years.
First time I met him. Kind of cool. All right, Bromance, your predictions.
What am I predicting? I forgot.
Holy shit.
Local show.
May have been overserved. Too much apple pie. Too much
my
apple
friend.
pie. Local winner tonight. Front row for the World of Outlaw 100 grand
Got
tomorrow.
this. James Giossi. Definitely
All right.
James Giossi. He had a brand new baby, you know.
Congrats, by the way, Nitro.
He's due for one. Front row for the World of Outlaws. I'm pretty much the same thing Chonga said. Bobby Pierce, John Davenport.
All right, low-lying fruit. Low-lying fruit. All right.
Good
all
thing
right.
it's not bold
You
prediction.
see, he's wearing all Jonathan Davenport garb. All right, we got Governor here. We got Josh,
Ripping
all the way
hammer.
from Watertown, South Dakota, to make his prediction.
Well, I'm wearing a shirt. Daryl Nelson's going to improve by a spot. He's going to get the win tonight. And my front row will be Brandon Shepard and Chris Madden.
Chris, man. I like the way he
gotta go
thinks.
upside.
I have Madden in my draft. That would be fantastic. All right, slow connection. Hopefully it still comes in. Haley's Comet, come on in.
Oh,
We got Josh. I'll get everybody involved, right? That's what it's all about. All right, your predictions.
Obviously, Daryl Nelson. He's the man. And then front row, Bobby Pierce, and then Huddy.
So Chonga's boyfriend Bobby and Hudson O'Neill. All right, winner, come on in.
What's up, guys? So we got 3 picks.
Yeah, local winner,
Local
front row for the World of Outlaws.
Local winner, I'm going to go with the Double One Express of Pat Dorr. And then we're going to go with the killer Kyle Bronson. And I'm going to go with the Rocket One Bishop.
All right, all right. Bronson, he's fun to watch here. Who else do we got to make a pick? All right, Teresa, come on in. That's all right. Come on in. She's scared. She's scared.
yeah,
Well,
but she's still got to come in, just so they know, because we've talked about her on the show.
yeah,
Come on in here.
Chonga's better.
Come on in here.
She's
You know.
pretty shy. Unlike Chonga, she's a little bit
So
shy.
we've talked
Unlike
about the
Chonga.
lady that abuses me all the time, and this is her. It's my beautiful
All right.
bride.
Who's going to win on the local level? You know a few local guys. Who do you want to see win on the local level?
I would like to see Daryl Nelson. See, don't know people's names.
She knows who she wants, though, right?
Right.
She told me
How
he wants a
about
Daryl
in the
Nelson
big
shirt.
guns?
Yeah.
How about in the World of Outlaws?
Well, she bought a
I'm
Bobby
gonna go
Pierce
with
shirt.
Bobby Pierce.
The smooth
She got
operator.
Yep.
Amanda's back there hiding. You coming in, Amanda? Ralphie? No? All right, so that's our predictions for tonight's show. It's going to be fantastic. Of course, I hear cars on the track. Hot laps are underway. We're going to get up there. And I see we got Coach Kraus. He's probably watching on Dirt Vision, probably, I'm guessing. But you don't want to miss it. I mean, Thursday night portion of this show, guys, that's the biggest fan count they've had on a Thursday show at the USA Nationals in a long time. It was
Good crowd,
epic.
yeah.
And the weather looks fantastic. I want to shout out Chris and Tony and the guys at the Cedar Lake Speedway. They stopped by and visited today, hooked us up with a good camping spot here.
Thanks, guys.
Really appreciate that. But the track was fantastic. Excellent car count. It's going to be some good racing. We'll catch you guys tomorrow night. Enjoy the show. We got Bert here.
One
All
more
right, go
comment.
ahead. Go
This
ahead.
is going to be my last night here, though, because I'm going back to watch the Shawano Speedway late models tomorrow night.
No, you're not.
I'm kidding, kidding.
I got one more thing. You guys at the Cedar Lake, you just keep making them green chili burritos because I'm coming for them.
Yeah, you don't make enough. And if you have apple pie, we had some apple pie. I see Carl's flipping off Chonga. That's why we love them right there. People bringing over apple pie for all of us. Chonga drinking all the apple pie. And I do want to get this on the record one more time. I'm the non-morning person, and I beat his ass out of bed
So
by
not
a
true.
long shot today.
So not true.
Just
I was
saying.
out of bed 3 hours before he was.
Yeah, to go pee and go back to bed. Just saying. All right, enjoy the show tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Giving me a heads up.